All right, let's talk about the biggest shakeup in Google search we've seen in, well, forever. It's called AI overviews. And if you have a website, this isn't just another update. No, this is a fork in the road. It could literally make your brand disappear from search, or it could make you the go-to authority. So the real question is, which path are you going to take?
Now, I know that sounds a little dramatic, right? Making your website obsolete? But honestly, it's the core question we have to ask ourselves right now. Because this new AI tech, it's changing the very reason people click on a link in the first place. The game is fundamentally different.
Okay, so what are these AI overviews really? Think about it this way. You know how you'd normally search for something and then open like 5 different tabs to stitch together an answer? Well, Google's doing that work for you now. It creates these neat little AI-generated summaries right at the top of the page. It pulls info from all over the web, from the sources it trusts the most, and just gives you the answer directly.
And this right here, this is the key. The whole game has flipped. For the last 20 years, SEO was all about one thing, getting that click. But now, Google's main goal is to answer the question first, and maybe, just maybe, send you some traffic second. Clicks are no longer the top priority, and that changes everything for anyone doing business online.
So, this puts every SEO brand at a crossroads. You can get left behind by this change, or you can grab what might be the single biggest opportunity in search we've had in a decade. It's really that simple.
Let's break down those two futures. On one hand, you've got the risk, and it's a big one. The user asks a question, the AI gives them the answer, and poof, your traffic goes down. It's way harder to prove your brand is even being seen. But then there's the other side, the opportunity. And this is huge. What if you become the source the AI trusts and references? Suddenly, you're not just a link, you're the authority, and Google itself is vouching for you.
This really gets to the heart of it. Yeah, ranking #1 is still great, don't get me wrong, but there's a new prize on the table that's just as critical, if not more so, being referenced. Getting your name, your stats, your insights baked right into that AI summary at the top of the page. Okay, so how in the world do you become that go-to source? Well, think about it from Google's perspective. If its AI is going to speak for the entire internet, it has to be rock-solid confident in its answers. It can't afford to be wrong. And that's why the new currency, the new gold standard in SEO, is just one thing: trust.
So, the question we all need to be asking ourselves, looking ahead, isn't just, am I #1 anymore? The real question is, why should Google's AI trust me? It's a total mindset shift, isn't it? It's not about gaming the system. It's about proving you're credible. Why should this incredibly smart AI pick your stuff over everyone else's?
But trust can feel a little fuzzy, right? How does a machine even measure that? Well, Google actually has a framework for it. It's looking for 4 big things. Expertise, do you actually know what you're talking about? Experience, can you prove you've done this in the real world? Authority, do other reputable people or sites vouch for you? And finally, trustworthiness. Are you transparent? Do you cite your sources? It's way beyond just keywords. Google's looking at your entire reputation online.
And that leads to this massive pivot in strategy. The old way of thinking was all about quantity, right? How many backlinks can we build? It was a numbers game. The new mindset, it's all about quality and context. The question is now, where can we get a credible mention, and what does that mention prove about us? It's a completely different ballgame.
Okay, so we get the problem, we get the new mindset. Now for the good part. Let's get into the actual playbook. What can you do right now to adopt and actually win in this AI-first search world?
All right, here's the framework, broken down into 5 key steps. First, you've got to write answer-ready content. Make it super clear, straight to the point, so an AI can just grab it. Second, your claims have to be verifiable. You can't just say stuff. You have to back it up with data and cite your sources. Third, build a consistent brand entity. That just means making sure Google sees the same consistent info about you everywhere. Fourth, and this is a big one, you need to earn mentions from real editorial sources through things like digital PR. And finally, number 5, use your links strategically to point to proof pages. Think case studies, original research, things that prove you know your stuff. You put all these together, and you create this amazing feedback loop of trust.
And that brings me to a really important point, especially about that 4th step. Digital PR. It's not just for the comms team anymore. It is now, without a doubt, a core SEO strategy. Why? Because getting a genuine mention from a trusted publication is one of the most powerful signals of credibility you can possibly send to Google's AI.
So let's wrap this all up. The bottom line is this. The risk from AI overviews is absolutely real. If you're just churning out generic content and using old-school SEO tricks, you're going to have a bad time. But for anyone who's ready to adapt, the path forward is actually crystal clear. You have to become a source that Google can trust and cite without hesitation.
In fact, you can think of it like a new formula for SEO success. It's not just about visibility anymore. The new equation is visibility plus proven credibility plus smart distribution of that credibility across the web. You nail all three of those, and that's the winning formula for 2026 and beyond.
And look, the most important thing to take away from all this is that this isn't science fiction. It's not coming soon. It is happening right now. Every single day, Google's AI is out there, scanning the web, looking for sources it can trust to build its answers. So the only real question you have to answer is your brand ready to be one of them?